What's up guys, it's James here from Match Fit Conditioning, and in this video I'm going to explain how you can reach the fitness levels of a player like Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, now before I forget, if you want to dive deeper into this, head over to our website matchfitconditioning.com, check out the Messier Pro Football Formula. I think you'll find it really interesting. Now to get back into it, what this really boils down to are a few key things. One of them is time, the second one is training smart, and that incorporated that is your nutrition as well. And the third one is your mindset. So I'm going to take you over to the whiteboard now and explain exactly how this process works and how you can reach one day potentially the fitness levels of a player like Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, so remember, this comes down to mindset, consistency, the right training stimulus, and most importantly, time. Okay, this isn't down to having a training program which includes really fancy exercises. It's about doing the foundational elements backed by science consistently over time, year after year, to reach these elite levels of fitness like Ronaldo has. So I'm going to explain this with a graph. So if I just draw this here, okay, we've got a graph there, and down this side, this is fitness. So we've got fitness down this side, and then time down the bottom here. Okay, now if we just draw this line across here, let's say that this is your current level of fitness here. Right, now how do we make this level of fitness progress and reach a higher level? Now the way that we do this is obviously by providing a training stimulus and stress to the body. So there must be an overload which is present in order for your body to feel stressed, and then that creates the opportunity for adaptation to occur and progress to occur. So when you're actually training, you're not actually improving whilst you're training, you're causing your body stress, and your fitness level is actually deteriorating. So some people have that, they don't quite understand it, they've got it the wrong way around. They think whilst they're training, their fitness is getting better. It's the other way around. Whilst you're training, you're causing stress to your body, and your fitness level is actually deteriorating. So let's say you're doing a training session, and your fitness level as a result of that training session has dropped down to this level here. All right, now the only way that we can get back up to our base level of fitness after this session and then potentially increase it is by allowing enough recovery time to reach that level of base fitness again. Okay, coupled with that needs to be good nutrition as well, because you can provide the training stimulus but without the right recovery, so things like sleep and just making sure you're giving yourself enough recovery time, and without the correct nutrition as well, you might have the signals there for improvement, but your body can't actually take advantage of that and adapt to the training that you're doing. All right, so if we don't leave enough recovery time, so maybe we start recovering there, and then we introduce the next training session which provides an overload and stress to the body too soon, what you actually find is that you start to deteriorate again. So this is why rest and recovery and good nutrition is so important, because what a lot of players do is they buy into this idea of hustle, hustle, hustle. You must really work hard every single day. Days off are for losers, you know, and it's not true. You've got to train smart, and this really ties into this as well. How Ronaldo has been able to reach such high levels of fitness is by training smart consistently as well. Okay, so as you can see, what happens here, we've provided the training stimulus, we've started recovering, and then we've provided the next training stimulus too soon without providing enough recovery time, and then fitness levels have started to deteriorate again. So we're training really hard, we've got the right attitude, but because we're not training smart, we've not even improved our fitness levels. Okay, so what you want to do is ideally provide enough recovery time and the right nutrition. If you provide the right nutrition along with your recovery, you'll actually recover quicker as well. So instead of this being out here, we can go up at a sharper gradient, and then your body adapts and grows to the training stimulus, and that results in your your fitness level being improved from where it was before you started. So now your fitness level might be somewhere around here. So this is a repeated cycle year after year of consistency training smart, allowing enough recovery time, eating the right things, and providing the right training stimulus to enable adaptation and progress to occur. So if you can imagine you do this year after year, eventually your fitness level, if you don't get injured, will be somewhere up here. That's what we're aiming for. How does this compare to someone like Ronaldo? So fitter players, so the more conditioned you become, it's actually your body will recover quicker anyway, and a training session that might be stressful to me might not cause any stress at all to Ronaldo, which means that he can actually train more often, which is why you see players at the highest level training so regularly. And if you're playing at a lower level, you might be thinking, I should be doing the same thing, training my nuts off every single day. That's the only way I'm going to get better. But again, it's about training smart. So let's say, for example, Ronaldo, if he did the same session, it might only cause him this much fatigue here. So he only gets that down to here. His body recovers quicker anyway because it's better conditioned. He's already eaten well, so his recovery is much quicker. So he can do his next session a lot sooner. So this is how you build up your fitness over time. The fitter you become, the more training sessions you can actually do, the quicker you will recover, and that's just how it works. So if you're training really hard and you're noticing that you're plateauing and you're always feeling tired, it's probably down to one of these reasons. You're not providing enough recovery time for your current fitness level, or that you're not allowing enough recovery time for the session you just did because it's caused so much stress to your body, and maybe you're not even getting your nutrition quite as spot on as you could be as well. So let's compare. If you join into a session with Juventus, for example, how could you keep up if you were there for a week training with them? Would you be able to keep up? You might be able to do it for one session, but over the space of a week, what would that do for you? So let's say, for example, you did a session with Juventus and it caused your body so much stress because you're not used to it that you ended up somewhere down here. Okay. Now, if you get your nutrition and your recovery good, then eventually, obviously, it's going to take you longer to recover. But eventually, you'll reach that next level of fitness there. Again, compare that to someone like Ronaldo. That session might have only caused this much stress. And then he can reach this level, and then he can do his next session straight away. And then we keep going. Hope I've explained that clearly. So basically, the more conditioned you are, it gives you, I guess, the keys to be able to train more often at high intensity because your body can recover quicker. A session which is maybe very intense to one player won't be as intense to you. So this is why it's so important to train smart. If you're currently not at a pro level and you get an opportunity with a pro team, this is what might work against you if you don't understand this principle. So it's why it's so important that you try to start training really smart as soon as possible so you can build up this fitness over time. Again, if you need any help with this, if you need help with providing the right training stimulus, the right nutrition, the right recovery, and just have a plan to actually follow so you don't have to worry about working all this out yourself, then head over to matchfitcondition.com, check out the Messier Pro Football Formula. That will really help you. So the next reason why this is so, I guess, hard to achieve such high levels of fitness is because you have to repeat this cycle year after year after year. You have to be so consistent with it. And again, it's not about doing magical exercises like a back squat into a forward flip, into a lunge. There's no secret exercises like that. It's not about one session, it's about doing things consistently over time, which is why the culture and environment you're surrounded with whilst you're training and throughout your career is so important as well. So if you've got the right attitude and you can stay motivated and you're surrounded by the right people to keep repeating this cycle of training stress, good nutrition, enough recovery, training smart in each session, if you can repeat that cycle consistently year after year, stay on the pitch as much as you can, because the more, especially with strength work, you become more resilient to injury. If you can, the more time you spend on the pitch, the more time you can repeat this cycle, the more you're going to progress, the higher the level the fitness is going to get. So this is basically a breakdown of how Ronaldo or any elite footballer has enabled themselves to reach the highest level of fitness and allow their skill to flourish on the pitch. So it's a combination of time. There's no quick fixes. You can't do this in a week, 2 weeks, 6 months. It takes years to reach that level. which is why it's so important to get started as soon as possible if you're serious about playing at the highest level. Nutrition as well, you can provide this training stimulus, but if you're going out and eating McDonald's after a session, you're not doing your body justice. You could argue that you even just wasted your time doing that session, because your body is then not going to be able to adapt to the signals that you provided it with to potentially progress and improve your level of fitness from that. And also mindset is so important to be able to stick with this. Sometimes it's not very fun, it can be very hard work and quite boring, the sessions as well, but stick with this time after time, year after year. That's how you're going to reach high levels of performance like Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's why some players set themselves apart from other players year after year. So it's always been sort of Messi, Ronaldo, top two players for the last few years, because it's so hard to stay this dedicated. And once you get there, obviously if you do get injured and you start to lose your fitness, you'll get that fitness back quicker anyway. So it's a win-win. It's really invested in your body in terms of your career to serve you well. So I hope this video helped. Again, if you need help with this, providing the right training stimulus, the right nutrition, all the guidance you need, and an actual program to follow year after year, season after season, head to matchfitcondition.com, check out the Messi and Pro Football Formula, and I think you'll love it. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.